thank you very, very much for coming onto your mat this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever it might be. This class today is Yoga for All. So the idea of this one is that you, depending if you have any limitations, niggles, injuries, there'll hopefully be some stretches in there for you that you can really get a full body stretch as well. So if you have props, if you have blocks, if you have cushions, definitely use them. Have them dotted around your mat. Make sure that they're kind of located in a safe space that you can draw them in when you need to. So that's the idea today. A full body stretch, longer, deeper stretches. So we're not going to be jumping around the mat, doing any flows. We're just going to be holding those stretches and easing into them, finding a good place, breathing into it, and really creating space, length, openness in the body to improve your posture. When we improve our posture, we tend to open up our rib cage, our diaphragm, so we can get full breaths into the body, so we can recover quicker. So there's so many benefits to doing this sort of stretch as well. We're going to start in a comfortable seat. If you can make it into a variation of a cross leg, perfect. Otherwise, you're welcome also to have those legs stretched out in front of you. Perhaps drop some pillows, cushions, a bolster underneath those knees, just so they're not locked down. Give them slightly elevated and you can stay exactly where we are there. Cross leg, whatever works for you as long as you're in that comfortable seat. If you need something behind your back just to support you as well, please do so. I'm going to start by coming into our breaths. Breaths are returning our palms to face upwards. Bringing your thumb and your first finger together if you'd like to, Chi Mudra. Connecting our universe with the outside universe. Tucking your chin ever so gently into your chest. And just taking a few deep breaths. Perhaps sighing out of the mouth, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sighing. Inhaling, crown of the head lifts. Exhale, feel yourself grounding, dropping your sitting bones into the mat. Begin to draw your lips together. Taking just nasal breathing as much as possible for today's class. Noticing where your breath is coming from, and if possible starting to tap into this three-part breath: throat, chest, belly. Exhaling, drawing in as you go. Belly rises on the inhale, and belly draws in on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, grow tall, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, just allow the fingertips to drop right by your side and draw the arms all the way up overhead on the inhalation. Looking up towards the fingertips as you open the eyes, draw those shoulders down. So if you found yourself up there, lower those shoulders. Placing the fingertips, press away. On the exhale, wrap those hands behind your head. Thumbs down the neck, round through the spine, elbows come to meet, exhaling. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift through the arms. Exhale, draw the hands back down. Inhale, open. Exhale, round through the spine, chin into the chest, draw the elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale, neutral spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release the hands back down. Inhale, open, chest, heart. Push those elbows away. Exhale, round through the spine, elbows draw in. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw the rib cage under, neutral spine. Inhale, lift. And then from there, we're going to drop that left arm down to the mat, down to the ground. Begin to walk those fingertips away. If you can, keep pushing that right knee away from you, or if you've got the legs stretched out, just making sure that you're not overly dropping into that shoulder, coming into a side body stretch. Of course, you're welcome to come up onto the fingertips. You're welcome to use perhaps that cushion, anything there just to lift you and hold you. Breathing in, breathing out. From there, as you draw yourself up, you're going to drop those right fingertips onto the left ear, dropping the ear down, creating that stretch through the neck, through the rotator cuffs, your shoulder. Turning the head down to look towards the hip, so just extending the stretch. And then from there, if you need that little bit extra, you begin to press the left hand away, almost as if you were pushing through a door. Releasing, left hand drops, right hand drops, chin towards the chest. Elbows wrap all the way round. Inhale, open. Exhale, halfway, back into that neutral spine. Inhale, lift. And this time drop the right fingertips down to the mat, the left arm comes through. Side body stretch. Making sure you've got space between the neck, soften through the elbow channel to collapse into that side body, keep opening through the rib cage. Of course, you're welcome to glance down at the right hand, or you continue to look up to the left. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. From there, just release the hand over, lifting yourself up. Fingertips come onto the ear and you drop your head down to the side. Holding there. Dropping the head, that gaze down towards the hip. Lifting through the right arm to accentuate the stretch. Know that you're welcome to move your leg position at any point, loosen the legs off. When you're ready, release those arms down. Chin to chest. From there, lacing the fingertips out in front of you, pressing away, rounding through the spine. Inhale, begin to open, drop those fingertips behind you. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see that. So as you round, and then on the inhale, sweep the hands around. Fingertips either to the mat, to the block, to your lower back, or come into a bit of a Kali Mudra. And drop those fingertips behind you, open up the chest. I'm allowing the ribcage to flare just a little bit. Rounding through the spine. Inhale, open. Squeeze those shoulders together. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhaling to open, chest and heart. Try and think about everything dropping down as well, so you're squeezing your shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, just loosen those shoulders. So from there, we're going to make our way around onto all fours. Keep your blocks handy. As you drop those legs behind you, just make sure that if you're able to place weight through the legs, that they're lined up, okay, that you've got nice symmetry. From there, we're just going to start to take the fingertips to the side and just warm up through those wrists. One hand forward, one hand behind. Again, just take a little bit of movement. Drawing your belly in, navel towards the spine. Switch side. And you can do the same thing if you'd like to. If it's easier for you to drop back, you can always just come into that stretch. From there, drop yourself back into child's pose. Forehead down towards the mat, stretching those fingers away. Turning the palms to face up so you get that outward rotation of the shoulders. If you need any more and you want to move the chest through, you can move those legs just to the side, drop yourself down. And we're going to take a lateral stretch from there, so turn the palms back facing down, sweep the right hand over, left hand onto the top of the right, drop yourself down. As you do so, there's the option from there of dropping the head and then taking that right hand, sweeping it behind, the thumb points down, and dropping that hand, that thumb, onto your left hip. So you get this one long stretch through your QI, through your lats, your back muscles, underneath the armpit, through the chest. Replacing the right hand, moving the left hand over, right hand comes over, just taking that lateral stretch through. And again, taking the thumb to point down, sweeping that left hand behind you onto the right hip. Of course, you can always bring the earth a little bit closer by using a block for the head, for the neck. Draw yourself back round. Stretch the arms nice and wide. Come right up onto those fingertips, forehead to the mat. And take a good few deep breaths in this posture. So when you do that, feel the whole of the ribs expand and your chest lower down. From there, the forearms come down onto the mat. We're going to make our way into Sphinx pose, so whatever way suits you today, whether it's coming up onto the knees first, sliding the legs behind you, or you're welcome to slide perhaps the chest through and lift yourself. Again, just be mindful of the legs where they are in space. Legs a little bit wider will just help the lower back. Holding there. If you need any more in this posture, you can always press yourself up into seal pose. And if you need any less, you bring the hands horizontally. Continue to use your fingertips, especially the strong side of the thumb. That thumb side of the wrist joint is much stronger than the outside, so pressing through there is always a good idea. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. From there, as you lower yourself down, forehead to the mat. On the inhale, you're going to lift the arms up, almost into that goal pose position. Exhale as you lower them down. Inhale, lift back up, lead with the nose, the crown of the head. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift through the arms. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the arms, come off the mat. Fingertips off the mat. Exhale, lower the arms, the fingertips back down to the mat. And inhale, lift the torso, the nose, the upper body, the shoulders off the mat into that low base cobra. Exhale, lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, or just press yourself, strong arms, strong legs, all the way back up onto all fours, dropping yourself back and down into Virasana, hero's pose. Again, you can always place blocks, cushions underneath the hips to draw the earth a little bit closer, drawing the hands together. From there, a nice option of working through the wrists is the elbows come together, the hands come together, create that fist, and then just work them around. But try and keep those forearms together as you do that. You might have some clicks, some clunks, and that's all good. Breathing in and breathing out. From there, you're going to slide those hands forwards. Have a block, some cushions handy on this posture. From there, we're going to come and just work through some lunge variations. So don't worry too much if you don't have stability through your legs. It's just about placement first and then keeping the strength through the upper body. So you're going to slide that left foot through. So give it a helping hand, lift it through. Perhaps you even turn the foot out slightly. You're going to keep that right hand nice and firmly onto the mat. And that's going to be your support. So you might even want to bring a block in to support you. From there, you're going to reach that left arm all the way forwards on the inhale. On the exhale, you're going to take it all the way around. And inhale, bring it back through. Reaching forwards. Exhale, round. And inhale, bring the arm back through. Exhale. Inhale. From there, as you lower down, both hands come down onto the mat. Again, if you have blocks, you can place your hands on blocks and you're just going to hold it there. So we're still trying to get range in the lower body, stretching out those muscles through the hips, giving some work for the upper body, still working through the lower spine as well. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. So we're going to release the block down. If you'd like to, you can see if you can come a little bit lower, perhaps into a little bit lower variation of lizard pose. And then as you release the fingertips back down to the mat, just take your time on this one. There's lots of options. We're going to work into a pigeon stretch. So as you come up, you're going to start to move that leg across, dropping the leg down, trying to create this right angle at the front of your mat and then walking that leg behind you. So take your time to get there, use your props, use your blocks. If that's too much, you can always whip that leg through and set yourself up into this posture with the front of the shin parallel with the front edge of the mat, that back leg coming through, and you can do exactly the same thing by walking yourself forwards. So you're still going to get the stretch on the outside of that left glute muscle, your piriformis. You're still getting the work into the lower back. So totally up to you how far you go in that stretch today. If you need any blocks underneath you, shoulders away from the ears. Just make sure that back leg is straight and it's not sickling. If you would like to lower down, that's always an option as well. If you'd like to extend the arms, you're welcome to. But take your time wherever you are. You don't want to be in these postures for too long, just enough so that we create space and that we're stretching through. Taking a little bit of weight off the arms just for that moment. And then when you're ready with the strength in your arms, you're going to begin to curl and lift yourself back through and drop yourself back into a child's pose. So take your time. Forehead to the mat, fingertips reaching through. Coming back up onto those fingertips, so extending the reach, making it really active. Breathing in and breathing out as you go. Making sure you haven't lost the breath. Lifting yourself back up, rolling through the spine. Going to sit tall, drawing the belly in, so using your core when you take those lifts. Dropping the thumbs, hands all the way back together. Just working back through those wrists. If you would prefer to take those stretches, you're welcome to. If you feel like you've got compression in the wrist, it's always a good idea just to try and pull and create that space again. So work with your variation of that wrist work. Draw yourself back onto all fours. We won't be here too long, but again, just check your alignment. Move the legs if you need to. And then from there, you're going to draw that right leg through, dropping yourself into that low lunge. And again, it might be that you turn that foot out, so it just gives you some more space. You might even bring a block, a cushion in, something to support you, and just lift the earth closer. And remember, you're putting weight through this left arm to stabilize you. From there, inhaling, drawing that right arm through. And exhaling, taking it all the way round, fingertips pointing away, thumb pointing up. Inhale, let it draw right past you. Exhale away. Inhale, let it draw through. Exhale away. So our last one. Inhaling, let it come through. And then just taking our lizard stretch from there. So again, weight is in the arms. Try and open up through the chest here. So rather than rounding, perhaps you use a block. Use something to just lift yourself up a little bit higher to draw the chest through. Really important that we still stretch out the legs, the hips. And if you're able to, just drop a little bit lower. And it might just be that you take your fingertips down to the mat, or perhaps you even have a block and you just take the forearms to that third height. Lowering down, lifting, finding what feels good for you. Notice if you need to get off the hands, if you need to get off the wrists. And we've got that pigeon variation coming up. So just lifting yourself through, sliding that foot across, dropping yourself down into that pigeon stretch through the right leg. You might want to place cushions underneath to balance you, to level out those hips. If you want to take some weight off those wrists. Open through chest and heart, so rather than closing, making sure that you're peeling the body up. Have a little glance for the back leg, make sure it's protected, the knee, the ankle. Perhaps you like to lower down, forearms. All the way down onto the mat. Take your time. Work with what feels good. Keep working with your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Through the nose if possible. If you need to take a sigh, you're welcome to. From there, slowly, slowly lift yourself all the way back up. Work through strong arms here. You can always drop yourself off, or if you have that variation, we're going to make our way all the way back round again. Pushing yourself and taking your time. Nice wide knees to drop yourself back through into a child's pose. Forehead to the mat, fingertips pressing away again, turning the palms to face upwards. From there, forearms down, sliding, or lifting, and then lowering down into your Sphinx. And really take your time, so if you need to pause, do so. As you lower all the way down, forehead to the mat, you're going to slide those hands behind you. Palms facing up, and almost as if the thumbs, or you can if you'd like to, link the thumbs behind, and you're going to stretch those fingertips all the way away. Lowering your scapula, your shoulder blades down the back. Chin tucked into chest, belly slightly lifted here. feel the difference when you let those arms go and turn the head to the side. Let the shoulders round. Just move those out of the way slightly. So, and again, drawing the thumbs together behind, linking them, drawing them. Imagine those fingertips going towards your heels. You're welcome to stay there, or this time on the next inhale, you're going to begin to lift the forehead off the mat and you're going to walk those fingertips a little bit lower. From there, you're going to release the thumbs. You're going to begin to keep the thumbs towards one another, drawing them all the way around until they get in line with your shoulders before you turn them. When they're in line with the shoulders, and draw them all the way through as you link the thumbs back together in front of you. Now you can do this as you lower down, and you can always take a break by dropping the hands down as well. Inhale, lift, thumbs together out in front. Draw the arms all the way around, creating a big circle. When they get to shoulder height, turn the palms to face upwards, thumbs pointing down. Linking the thumbs behind you and stretching away. Exhale, lower your forehead to the mat and round those shoulders, let them go. We're just going to take one more of those. So if it's a little bit too much for you, you still have the option of just taking that stretch, holding that stretch, and perhaps lowering. You have the option of just lifting, taking the thumbs, drawing away, and perhaps taking a few of those. And of course you have the option of lowering at any point and just drawing the arms round. If you're with me on the next inhale, begin to lift. Thumbs stay pointing down, working down, drawing the scapula down towards your lower back. Draw the arms all the way up, palms facing up. Turn the palms to face down, and then draw your thumbs, connecting them right out in front of you, and lengthen away. Inhale. Exhale. If you can, stay up, otherwise lower. When you're ready, start to draw the hands all the way back down. Turn the palms to face round, and then join those thumbs behind your back again. Palms now facing up. Plan, lower yourself down to the mat. Turning your head to the opposite side, release, let go. Take a breather. Breathing in and breathing out. Hands can come underneath the shoulders, strong arms, so draw those elbows in to lift yourself all the way up and back and down. From there, as you rise, you're going to round up through the spine, and you're just going to stay there. So press the fingertips lovely and wide. That first finger points forward. You can take the knees a little bit wider. Of course, if you have that block, you can always take the block underneath your sitting bones, lifting your seat that little bit higher, and you're going to round through the spine and push, drawing the belly in, chin to chest, push away. Walk your fingertips all the way up, round through the spine. Draw the knees a little bit closer, hands behind you, onto the feet, or behind a little bit further. Open up the chest again. Chin into chest if that feels good, or let the head drop back. And come back to center. So from there, take your time, make your way all the way around onto your sitting bones. Stretch the legs nice and wide, so as wide as you can go. It might mean that you have perhaps a sofa, a wall in front of you. You might even come to sit on a cushion, on your sitting bones, whatever it might be. Don't worry too much about the legs, we're just looking here for a forward fold. So begin to creep the hands forwards, the chin can come into the chest, and just draw yourself down. So of course we're going to get a stretch through the inner thigh, the groin, as well as the hamstrings. But we should also feel that in the lower back. And it's also quite nice for the neck and the shoulders as well. Mobility all the way around the body. And you come to walk those fingertips back. Of course, stay as long as you like in these postures. We're going to come into ujjayi, so you're going to draw and use the arms to draw that right leg in. We're going to turn the body to face that side, and we're going to walk our hands down that left leg. And it might be today that you're upright and you're there and that works for you. You might be able to take the hand all the way down or to the right hand side, and you might even take the left fingertips behind you for a greater twist. Or you may just focus on a forward fold. Again, perhaps you place a cushion, a block for the knee just to support there. If you like to open the body, there's lots of options that we can come in and out of this posture. Perhaps you twist and you open. And you can use your hand there to open the ribs, drawing that elbow back. Space through the shoulders, the neck. Hand maybe even wraps round. And then slowly lifting up. So we're going to work onto the opposite side. So just moving your block, your support, stretching that one leg out, drawing the other leg through, dropping a block if it's required. And again, don't worry too much about this foot. Just make sure that it's opening out so the knee also outwardly rotates. It can come in closer, it can come a little bit further away. Begin to turn your body to face that right leg. Walking the hands down the outside of the leg. Notice the stretch that you're getting through the back, the shoulders. You may even have that twist and you may prefer that variation. Lead with the crown of the head, and then again you can take hold of the inside and perhaps again you open up. So you can use your hands to wrap the rib cage and open it up, elbow leads. Hand can drop behind you, you can keep it on the rib cage, keep it to the lower back. Take that twist, use the opposite arm for leverage. Begin to lift yourself nice and tall from there. Now we have an option. If you are done and you're ready just to come to sit and you want to take some comfortable breaths, you're welcome to. Find your cross-leg posture. Close down the eyes and just breathe. Focus on your breath. If you would prefer to just take perhaps a little bit of an inversion now or add a couple of extra postures on, I'm going to throw these options at you, but again, they're just options. So the option from there is just unlacing the legs, making your way all the way down onto your back. Now if you have that block cushion handy, making sure that the feet are stable, so just making sure that they're in place and you can graze your ankles with your fingertips. The knees are in line, and an option if you have movement through the legs, you're welcome to squeeze the blocks together or squeeze a single block or a cushion or a pillow together. Otherwise, from there, you're going to use your hands and the strength in your arms to lift yourself up, and you can create blocks with your hands and just take that little lift for the sacrum. You can lift higher, squeezing the bum and lifting your hands underneath, perhaps then even placing a block underneath the spine for you to lower onto and to create a supported bridge posture. palms facing up. And again, work with how the body feels today. So lots of variations of bridge, using the hands, perhaps even create little sucker cups to lift yourself up with. And in your own time, from your variation of bridge, begin to roll down. From there, lowering that right leg, begin to draw the left leg in and just create a little bit of movement for the hip. Perhaps coming into half baby, happy baby, taking hold of the outside, or just drawing the knee in. Guiding that leg down, and just take your time. Perhaps you need to come to seated first and lower the leg down, and then you're going to draw that right leg in. And again, you can do this seated if that works for you. So important that we do keep moving those leg muscles, the hips, the lower back gets a little bit of a stretch. We also have time now just to release the upper body, to let it relax. From there, guiding the leg all the way back down. Taking your time to do that and coming into your Shavasana. If you would prefer to be in that comfortable seat as we take our final posture, just to breathe and to come back to relaxation, to take note and take stock of all of the work we've just done. Of course, you're welcome to find your way into a comfortable seat, perhaps rolling onto your side first, lifting yourself all the way through, or continue in this Shavasana pose. So if you're in your seat, perhaps you place something for the lower back, you come to sit nice and tall on those sitting bones. Close down the eyes, turn the palms to face upwards. Coming back into Chi Mudra if that's in your practice, palms facing down if you want to reflect inwards. Close down the eyes. And come back to your breath. And of course, you're welcome to stay here for as long as you like. And in your awareness, your full attention to your breath. Not as a distraction, but more just as an awareness. Thoughts come into the mind, just allow them to, and then just let them drift by. And then when you're ready, slowly draw your thumbs through to heart center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, living your life to its fullest. Embrace your life with passion, bowing down to the divine in each and every one of you. Namaste.